Guys, Keith Trades. Today is November 12th, Tuesday, and we had a great day. We went 2 for 3, and I had a very pretty much perfect pre-market plan. Testimonials for the day. Nice profits. $1,000 profit. Nice profits. Again, my pre-market plan was very simple. I wanted to see the early morning buyers sweep out the highs. My main one was just the closest high, which is 21,249. I said, depending if it displays through a liquidity sweep, I'll be looking for the all-time high if we find the displacement through, or if we sweep, I'll look for the short reverse pre-market low and previous day's low. Again, that hit perfectly. So structure for the day, again, we were looking at the 21,229, which is just this high. We're looking at all these stacked highs. These are going to be your pre-market highs. My fault, 21,249, my bad, which is this high here, which is the overnight high, pre-market high. All these stacked highs. So we're looking for that sweep first. Also, trading into the 4-hour fair value gap. Again, my pre-market low target, 127, was just this low here. Right, was just this low. And then obviously previous day's low target would be the full hit, which is just Monday's low. Right, we ended up taking a loss off the first setup. Right, we ended up sweeping out 2 of these highs. And on the higher time frame, we had the SMT from the pre-market high. ES ended up sweeping out this high, while NQ did not. So I was open to playing a position short here. Again, we got stopped out for a 19-point loss. Totally fine. Got the rejection, never delivered. What I learned was this. We've had trades before where we have external SMT, which is like a longer SMT in a higher time frame, which for the pre-market high was a while back, that just don't deliver. When we stay patient, especially waiting for what narrative I wanted, which was the pre-market high sweep, then we got the model. Right, again, what was I looking for? A sweep of the high. Either we buy through and displace and look for all-time highs, or we sweep, manipulate, and look for the run lower. And that is exactly what we got. So we got a little more structure off of the sweep of the pre-market high, and now we have an SMT formed here. Keep track of the 652 high and the 636 high. If we go to ES on that same time frame, we see what? 638 high is swept. What about 652? Not swept. So we see the high on the day get swept on NQ, and we fail to sweep on ES. So lower high for ES. Coming on to NQ, higher low. We see the opening high has been swept. So now what are we looking for? The SMT reversal. Right? We came into this fair value gap here. And as you can see, it's been respected once, respected twice. So we know once we inverse through, it's likely to run lower. Again, I got a 22 fill. So not too bad of an entry. Short here. Again, stop would just be placed here. My first target was going to be scale break even at the internal lows. And then my main narrative would be what? 7 o'clock hits. We're looking for the opening low and also equal lows here. 1 low, 2 low. So a very efficient trade. We get short. She dumps instantly. Scaled some for 22 points. Got fully out for 41 points. And that was a beautiful trade. Again, a small size loss. I took 3 contracts here for a 19-point loss. I re-entered with 6 contracts for a 22 and 41-point gain. That's proper position sizing. That is proper execution and trust in your edge. Again, all we did different was we added an internal SMT here instead of having a higher time frame SMT from pre-market. So we just note it and we'll learn from tomorrow. But again, that was our AM session, and then we end up catching a very beautiful PM session trade. And it's a very simple move, guys. We see that we've swept out the pre-market low. We see that we've swept out previous day's low. Right? Where did we end up dipping into to find the buying? Right? We found buying at the daily fair value gap here. And very simple play, guys. It's our classic model. Again, I'm only open to reversals early if we get an SMT inverse. This, we didn't have an SMT at the lows, so I waited for the 5-minute inverse. Here's a closure above, disrespect. And 5-minute retrace. Right? Retrace and respect. Coming in, what are we looking for? A bullish to form or a bearish to get inversed. We had a bearish fair value gap here, get inversed, and we got longed here. Scale break even point for about a 16-point gain. Again, stop's very tight. I know if buyers want to step up, they're going to step up fast. They're going to step up quick. So I played a tight stop because likely if it draws lower and doesn't respect efficiently, it's probably wrong to run a new low. But we got a very sniper entry. Shoots up to the scale break even point. I called for another scale point here. And then I had 2 more targets. My main point of narrative is to fill this 1 hour unfilled imbalance here, guys. That was my main hit, and that was my final TP at the 20,170 mark. And then I also had one more price target, which was just the swing high of the day's range, swing low, and that was a discount hit. We know minimum if we find the buy model, we will reprice the discount. Main narrative on price action is to reprice to that 1 hour imbalance. So again, swept out previous day's low, find buying out of the daily. Inverse the 5-minute, formed a 5-minute bullish. We trade back into the inverse 5, back into the 5 bullish. We get our inverse here for our point of entry long. Scale break even at the high. Another scale point can be this 1 minute high, discount of the range target, and then the full hit would be a 21,170 draw into the 1 hour. So this trade I took first scalp at 16 points, but it was up to 53. So a very, very banger day. Again, majority of members ended up getting out here, especially when you see it get close and inverse this. It's likely just to, get out break even. Trail stop wise, I would have trailed stop here, so you could have held the trade. But again, I got fully out here. I already caught my banger win. I don't care too much about any other trades. All I focus is on one trade a day. But that is going to be it, guys, for November 12th. Very simple. Small size loss out of the internal SMT. Short down to internal low, and then these stacked equal lows. And then I wanted the short. My targets were going to be the pre-market low and previous day's low. In hindsight, if we took that, we would have still been in the trade. But again, look at the action. I'm not going to let it mess with me. I'm totally content with 41 points. And then we have the A+ 5-minute reversal long. That hits beautifully. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. And if you want to join the Discord, we have a link in the bio. And we'd be happy to have you. And we're going to keep on winning and keep on keeping on. Peace out, guys.